And good Monday morning to you, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. This is what I call my morning musings. Boy, started off great day. Looking forward to a great week. Very productive. I'm in the midst of doing a lot of research. I'm preparing for the Rethinking the End Times conference that's coming up just a couple of weeks in the Phoenix area, out in Arizona. And you can look on my Facebook page and see all of the details. You can see the announcements of that there. If you can come be with us at all, come be with us. It promises to be, just a great time. I'm going to be speaking, for instance, on Acts chapter 1 and the promise that Christ would come, quote, in like manner. And if you think you've heard everything I have to say about that, for instance, at the last Preterist Pilgrim Weekend, you're wrong. Be presenting some brand new material. I'll be talking about Romans chapter 8 and the redemption of creation. I will be talking about Romans chapter 11, the salvation of all Israel. And I will be talking about 2 Peter chapter 3 and the day of the Lord. 4 great topics. I can't wait for it. And so come be with us if you can. There are other great speakers out there. It's going to be a great time. Okay, well, we are currently studying the identity of the land beast, Revelation chapter 13. You have the sea beast, you have the land beast. Now don't forget, we've already demonstrated whoever the land beast is, whoever the sea beast is, you can't get it beyond the days of the Roman Empire. Because the sea beast is the fourth beast of Daniel chapter 7, and that fourth beast is the Roman Empire. So I don't really care in one way. You just simply cannot get the events of Revelation, which is the fulfillment of Daniel chapter 7. You can't get it beyond the days of Rome. One of the things that we're looking at in regard to the identity of the land beast, we'll have more to say about this, but it is the vindication of the martyrs, because there's this partnership of persecution between the sea beast and the land beast. More on that later. But I want you to notice in Revelation 14, we have, almost certain identification of the land beast as Old Covenant Jerusalem, Israel, if you please, to use the more generic term. In Revelation 14, after the announcement of the imminent judgment of Babylon, which is, by the way, where the Lord was slain, I want you to notice in Revelation 14:17 and following, another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, also having a sharp sickle. Here's the time of the judgment about to take place, folks. And another angel came out from the altar, we'll have more to say about that later, who had power over fire, cried with a loud cry to him who had the sharp sickle, saying, now listen very carefully, thrust in your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. So the angel thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and threw it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. Now, folks, we have to understand the book of Revelation is eminently Hebraic in thought. It alludes to, cites, echoes over 400 Old Covenant passages. As a Hebrew Christian, reading the book of Revelation, you were raised saturated with the thought, terminology, motifs, language of the Old Testament. So when Revelation 14 speaks of the imminent harvest of the vine of the earth, and by the way, the word land here is the identical word translated as earth in Revelation 13. Twice, John is referencing the vine of the land, the vine of the earth. So if you're a good Hebrew, raised and saturated in Old Testament terminology, who do you think is the vine of the land? It is none other than Old Covenant Israel. Jeremiah chapter 2, 17 and following. I planted you a holy, right vine. How then have you become a degenerate vine unto me? Isaiah chapter 5. Israel is the vine of the Lord. Folks, there's no question about it. Biblically speaking, when you want to look at the identity of the beast of the land of Revelation 13, if you want to correlate that, which we must, because the beast of the land, beast of the sea, are both going to face the judgment in the judgment of Babylon, and the judgment is the judgment of the land, the vine of the land. The vine of the land was none other than Old Covenant Jerusalem. To use the more generic term, Old Covenant Israel. When we are attuned to the Old Testament source of this language, it's not difficult at all to identify the land beast of the book of Revelation. Hey, look, I've got so much more in my book, Who is This Babylon?, as well as directly relevant material in Blast from the Past, The Truth About Armageddon. Remember, I'm offering the 2-book special. This would normally cost you, right at $30 for the 2. I'm offering $20 postpaid for the pair. Go to my website, www.bibleprophecy.com, eschatology.org. Send me an email. I'll give you instructions on how to pay. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for this morning's Morning Musings. We've got more. We'll see you on the flip side. You have a great day.